Hello, my name is Torin Sanford. I am going to teach you about one example of problem-solving software called Zearn. Before we start, let's review some problem-solving software and its benefits. Problem-solving software allows for students to practice solving a variety of problems using a systematic approach for word problems. The process that they use will be specific to reach a goal or master a standard. It is generally content area specific, for example, math, and there are a variety of tools to assist with solution creation in the problems that they will be solving. The process typically goes as follows. A specific goal is determined at the beginning. There are a sequence of activities students will perform or follow, and there will be a specific solution determined. Some of the benefits of problem-solving software are the use of visuals and/or graphics, the interest and motivation for students to participate. There are scaffolding systems in place. It is a student-paced approach, and a lot of feedback is provided throughout the program, as well as students' discovery on their own. What is Zearn? Zearn is a curriculum-based problem-solving software for students in kindergarten through 5th grade. This software directly correlates with the Eureka and Engage New York math curriculum. Many districts are now using this Common Core math curriculum in their schools, as well as the free or paid versions of Zearn to provide additional support or work at your own pace lessons for students, specifically during distance learning. Zearn is an additional tool to assist in student learning through spiral review, short interactive video lessons, sprints for fact fluency, and use of visual representations for math practice. The program is set up in a module format, just like the Eureka and Engage New York curriculum, and includes a series of lessons for each module. Though the modules and lessons are in order, they can be completed in any order as to provide for differentiation or remediation as needed. Teachers can determine what is best for each student and set each student's level accordingly. While the activities are not exactly the same for each lesson, the basic organization is as follows: a spiral review activity or a number work. Then there is a math chat or some kind of interactive video lesson with visuals as well as clear and concise explanations of the topic. These typically require paper and pencil to answer some of the questions, but they do not always ask for that. Then there are questions in a system called a Tower of Power. And sometimes the lessons also include sprints for fact fluency. We will take a look at a couple of examples of those in the next set of slides. So the first thing that we're going to take a look at is a sample from the lesson instruction. So this is a clip from the very first module and lesson, and it has some examples in visual form, in number form, and just some explanation for students to see while they're working and learning. And this is explained with a teacher guide, I guess you could say, explaining all of the different steps. And then what happens after this is that students will have their own questions to answer as they're going through the program. And this is an example of that. So they would have to type in their numbers into the box to represent what that problem is already showing. This next example is something that where students have to use the plus and minus signs to fill in the picture that matches the expression at the top. And there are quite a few of these types of problems throughout this program that students are able to interact with and help with their understanding. All right, so this is an example of a sprint. A sprint is not a part of every lesson, but when it is included, they provide students opportunities to practice their fact fluency, specifically multiplication facts. As you can see, this one is an addition fact practice with multiples of 2, actually, even though it's adding. It does still kind of build on what they're going to be learning. So they're just at the beginning of their multiplication fact understanding. So the sprints will kind of follow in place for what they're learning. They give 60 seconds to complete these, and then they will give feedback immediate for the students to see. And students will be able to check their own work. All right, ways to use Zearn in your classroom. You can use Zearn for differentiation, reinforcement of concepts, fluency practice. It does have a spiral learning component, and you can also use it for an informal assessment. There are a series of reports that you can check out after